Hello. Hi. This is Delicious and welcome to my podcast. I know it's been a while. I know. But we're back. I'm definitely better. Well, today we're going to be talking about a topic that might be a little controversial, a little uncomfortable, depends on who, but also very super important. And we're talking about compromise. Hmm. I know you might be saying that why is Delight talking about relationship? Delight is not in the relationship. Like, I'm here to tell you that I can and I will, and nobody's going to stop me. Okay. Yes. So I don't know. I don't know if you've heard a lot about standing your ground, holding firm and never backing down. Hmm. Now, why I think those things are like important in certain situations, there's also this other side of it which we call compromise. What would you define compromise to be? For me, I would say compromise is simply holding your middle ground. It's as simple as that. Like the middle ground, finding your middle ground. And we're talking about like relationships. So when you hear the word compromise, it simply means finding a middle ground. That would be like the easiest way. Compromise sometimes gets like a bad meaning. In fact, I feel like people don't know what it means. Like when people hear compromise, they feel like, oh, I'm giving up something or I'm losing in some kind of way. But what if I told you that compromise could just make your life easier? Like literally, it could make your relationship better. It could make your work more productive. Like what if I tell you that? So, yeah, so we're going to do this. We're going to stay here and we're going to listen to why compromise is not just okay, but it's really important in like many parts of your life. So let's start with the basic here. I already told you what compromise means. It means finding a middle ground. And there's no winning or losing in finding a middle ground, yeah? So for example, when you compromise, you're meeting somebody halfway. This was just keep on like popping. So we have now middle ground, we have meeting someone halfway. So it's not about giving out what you want. It's about figuring out how to get something that works for you and your partner. And compromise can work in all sorts of situations. Oh my god. Situation. I can explain why I made that mistake. I'm currently writing something on situationship. So yeah, compromise is literally about cooperation. It's saying I hear you, understand what you need, and I'm willing to find the solution that works for the both of us. It's as simple as that. Yeah. So let me tell you what compromise is actually good for you. Like why it's good for you. Yeah. One, it makes your relationship stronger. Whether it's with your partner, your friend, your co-worker, compromise is key to making a relationship work. And I'm going to give you like examples of how you can compromise. Chicken. Um when you're not always trying to get your way and you care about what the other person feels, that is literally you compromising. Like literally. So let's take for instance, like I have a partner in Abuja and I'm in Lagos, and we've been long distance for a while, and it's beginning to look like, oh, the relationship is getting serious. We are entering a new phase. Of course, one person has to move, or we find somewhere and say, oh, this is where we're going to grow. Now it's left for you and your partner to say, oh, this is it, this is the pros, this is the cons. Nobody is winning, nobody is losing. That's the important thing. And let's give an example of like a co-worker. Let's say, okay, your co-worker has a meeting by 2. You don't have a meeting, but you're hungry, and your co-worker is also hungry, but they have a meeting. You could just say, okay, Since you have a meeting, warm your food now, eat. I'll eat later since I don't have any. Little things like this bring about compromise. It's not losing, it's not winning. So another reason like why it's okay and it's good for you to compromise is that it helps reduces stress. Like, let's be honest, if you're always trying to be right, always fighting for your way, it's exhausting. Like the stress of holding on to a disagreement can really weigh you down. When you compromise, you let go of that tension and move forward. You can relax a little. Knowing that you don't have to win any battle. You get. Sometimes giving up a little is worth it for the peace of mind that comes from moving on. And trust me, like nobody knows more about moving on like me. I do not play about my moving on. I think the third one is going to be it helps you find solutions. Yeah. Compromise is not just about splitting the difference. Sometimes it leads to better, more creative solution that you wouldn't have thought of. Like seriously, when you open up to like someone else idea, you can come up with solution that works for the both of you. It's compromise is literally like putting two heads together and getting a stronger result than if you were just trying to do it alone. Like think about it. And I think the next thing I'm going to talk about is why does compromise feel so hard? Like, have you ever said to yourself, I don't think I can compromise? It feels like it's hard. It feels like it's not something I want to do. I get, yeah. But I'm meant to tell you that compromise feels good. Like when you compromise, it depends. You know, making sure you have to make sure you're actually compromising. I'll come back to that. So let me just tell you why it feels hard. Just fear of being taken advantage. Yeah, I didn't want to spill the beans early because I feel like I would just be jumping topics. But definitely, it's the reason to why people fear compromise. They think others will always expect them to give in. It's literally a case of today, why me? Why should I be the one? Okay, is it because I'm the woman? That's why I should compromise. You get like stuff like that. But truly, compromising is not about giving up everything. And I said it's basically about finding your middle ground. Like both sides, finding a way to get what both of you want. And if you feel like you're the only one compromising, it's time to have a conversation about boundaries. Like compromise should go both ways. If you're always the one doing this, doing that, like mind you, that's a red flag. If your partner is quiet when it comes to issues like this and you're just the one, that's nobody can convince me differently. That's a red flag. So you have to sit and like talk to your partner about it. Yeah, so I think the second one will be like fear of losing your identity. Like some people think that compromising means giving up who they are or what they believe in. But here's the thing, compromising doesn't mean you have to let go of your values at all. For me, another definition, compromising means letting your partner be seen, be heard, be respected, be valued. That is what I think compromising is about. Like you don't need to let go of your values. You could be flexible. Like you be flexible on things, don't your values, because I don't even play about my values, yeah. There are some things that you might need to adjust. Yeah, and honestly, being able to bend a little, I don't say you don't be crayfish. Oh yes, makes you stronger. It shows that you can adapt and grow. That's like, see, this episode is calm, talking about compromise. I'm not dragging men. I'm just the weather is cool, it's nice. I'm just with my mic, talking about compromise. I'm happy. I'll tell you I'm happy later. So I think the third one is fear of conflict getting worse. Mm-hmm. Another fear is that compromise might make things worse. So people think if I give him, the other person will just keep pushing. And trust me, I understand, like you're human. You get, but compromise can actually make things better, not worse. Like when you show you are willing to work together, you prevent things from escalating into bigger arguments. It's not about being weak. Like I say, you can't be weak. Yeah, this is about finding a peaceful way to solve problem. But don't be weak. Don't be weak. Why should you compromise? What do you think? Like this is the big question. Like why should you compromise? Like why? And when should you stand your ground? These are like serious relationship questions. At this point, I think I should be like a relationship counselor or something. Regardless, like I don't care if I'm single. I think I can do the job and I'll do it. So they're like I have like simple guidelines to help you decide. Yeah. One, think about how important it is. Like, is the issue really important to you? Is it something that would affect your long term value or happiness? Like, maybe it's not a good thing to compromise. Always put yourself first. I know relationship, you're like, oh, think about your partner. But I'm sorry, you come before your partner. There are some times that, okay, yes, there's some things you need to like, okay, I can be a little bit uncomfortable for my partner. And there's some things that you cannot, if it's going to affect you long term, I don't think it's worth compromising. Yeah. But if it's something smaller, like deciding where to go for a trip, what to have for dinner, mm, yeah, it's that's probably easy to let go, and find the solution together. I don't want to give example of long term problems of the solution or whatever. That's that's like an assignment. Go and think about it. The second one will be consider the relationship. If the person you are compromising with is important to you, like your close friend, your partner, compromising can show that you care about their feelings. Don't act like an heartless bitch. And it can show that you care about their feelings and you're willing to make things work. Yeah. On the other hand, if it's someone you don't have a close relationship with, you might decide to stand on it. Like stand firm, stand strong. Stand strong. I'll be alone for minus. The third one, yeah. Look at the big picture. What's the long term impact on this compromise? Like, will it make things better in the future, or will it just create more tension down the road? If compromising helps you both move forward in a positive way, then it's probably worth it. If not, it might just be better to hold your ground. So I think the questions I've asked is enough for you to say, oh, this or that. Like, whatever you decide, like, the questions I've asked are like, okay. To do your assignment, how do you compromise effectively? I think I started by saying that compromise, relationship. Then I realized that there's no need to just make it just relationship. I could just talk about compromise. So, how do you actually compromise in a healthy way? Like, yeah, some tips. Start by listening. Like, active listening is important. And I feel like a lot of people don't know what active listening is. And I think one of these episodes I'll talk about it. Before jumping into a solution, take the time to really understand, really listen to that person, yeah. Understand what they need and why it's important to them. Like this helps you come up with a solution that works for the both of you. Know what you need. Like literally, it's important to know what you're willing to compromise on, and what you're not. Think about what is most important to you, and make sure you're clear about those things. That way you won't end up giving up something that matters too much to you. Sometimes compromise means thinking outside the box. Maybe there's a way to meet in the middle. Sweet in the middle, you know. Why do I keep on singing Davido songs this night? Anyway, maybe this ways to meet in the middle that you haven't thought of. Be open to new ideas, and find a solution that works for both sides. Like literally, don't forget your boundaries. I always hit on boundaries. Like if anybody knows me, you know I don't play around boundaries. I always say have boundaries, have boundaries. Having boundaries will take you very far in this life. I kid you not. Yeah. So if compromising means going against your value or something that's really important to you, then it's not a good compromise. Like nowhere to draw the line. I don't feel like you have to give up things that are essential to you. Come on now. Um to wrap it up, I think this is enough. I feel like I'm now just yapping. To wrap it up, compromising isn't a bad thing. It's not about losing or giving up. It's about finding a way to make things work for everybody. It's, use better relationship, like I said, reduce stress, and even lead to creative solutions. Nothing is easy. I keep saying, like, if you're going to be in a relationship, nothing is easy. It's not supposed to be stressful per se. You get, like, everything does not flow so smoothly because you're supposed to be two different people. Things don't even go slowly with your siblings. Talk less of somebody that you've not lived with all your life. You're getting to know them. They come from different family. You come from a different family, and you have to see that meet in the middle. Okay, so relationships are not supposed to be stressful, but then they're not always rosy. Like that's literally important. Okay, I said I was not going to talk about active listening now, but the next episode. But let's just talk about it because it's been bugging me, and a lot of people don't really know what active listening is. So let's define it. Yeah. Um, if you think of regular listening as just hearing words, active listening is so much more than that. Like people literally just listen. You can be talking to somebody, they're hearing you, but they're not listening. They're not paying attention. They're just hearing the words. You get um it's it's literally about being fully present in the conversation, really paying attention, not just the words, the emotion, the meaning. And why I can really talk about active listening is because I'm a big fan of listening. And that's why if I'm meeting somebody and they talk and they mistakenly spill some things they're not supposed to, I will listen. I will not react then. I will listen and I'll keep it for them. Because when you talk to me, when you discuss things with me, I don't just listen, I digest it. I try to like understand what you're saying and where you're coming from. Like it's very, very important for me. Okay, so for me, active listening, like there are key parts. And one is paying attention, like literally. It sounds simple, Abby. But how many times have you caught yourself nodding while your mind is serious? For example, you're explaining what happened today and you're just nodding. I swear to God, you're not there. You're thinking about the food that is your house and the money that is your account. You're not actively listening. You just get ticket. Sometimes you think about what to eat. So active listening means you're giving the person your full attention, you're not distracted, you put down your phone, you're making eye contact, you're focused on the speaker. To be honest, that's like one of the ways to get me to fall in love with you because why are you listening to me? Are you paying attention? You drop your phone, you're looking me in my eyes. It sounds like a page from, say that I'm smiling. I don't know, you cannot see me smiling, but I'm smiling. That's like a page from my romance book. Yeah. So the second part would be show you are listening. You've probably heard of body language speak louder than words. Anyway, when you're actually listening, your body language shows that you're engaged. Like nodding, making eye contact, um, nodding, making eye contact, leaning, all these small things, just saying that to the person that, yeah, so you're literally paying attention to them. Like now, I'm getting distracted. Don't mind me, I'm having flashbacks. So the third one would be giving feedbacks. Active listening also means giving feedback. Yeah. Um, this doesn't mean interrupting, but also shows that you are processing what's being said. You might say things like, "Abi, that makes sense. I see how this feels." Like small reply. You cannot just stay and be just the look, no comments. Actually, me, I can say no comments because I'm listening and I'm making notes. So I can actually say no comments. Do you get? The fourth one is holding off on judgment. Like, do not judge. Like, it's easy to jump to conclusion. When you're listening, the only person that will jump into conclusion and I will judge is Princess because she's my best friend. I have the right to jump. You have to jump over the roof. Anyway, I want to jump. When it comes to Princess, I will jump. Hear. So it's as simple as that. Why does it matter? Like why does active listening matter? Why should we bother to take the time to listen? If you love somebody, you listen. I swear to God. Apart from the fact that it builds trust, when people feel listened to, they feel valued, they feel loved. By me, like I'm telling you that it's literally something out of my romance book. Chicken. So it's kind of like whether very, very important, yeah. So whether it's a romantic friend, whether it's a partner, whoever it is, a friend, yeah. Sorry, romantic partner, nothing like romantic friend, my guy. But yeah, that rubbish from somebody, romantic friend. I beg, you already have enough. You have situationship, friendship benefits, sneaky link, crazy things that you are coming up with. I beg go. So active listening, yeah, strengthens relationship. You get all this is are pointing out. It's just I think it's just is it just me? I think it's just me. I'm literally just coming up with different things. Maybe I shouldn't have spoken on this. I don't know. I'm feeling things that I shouldn't be feeling. But think about the people that really gets you. Yeah. And they're not the ones that are just listening to you, without interrupting. They just ask like thoughtful questions, they reflect back on what you're saying. Do you get when you actively listen, you create space for that kind of connection. Like people literally appreciate it when they feel like their words matter to you. How come we did nonchalant? Ah, God, how come we did nonchalant? Yeah. Another thing is that it reduces misunderstanding. Yes, like have you ever been in a conversation where you thought you knew what the person was saying, but then the person was saying another thing, then you realize that you completely misunderstood them, like literally. So active listening helps you to like avoid all these issues. Yeah, it also helps you to resolve conflict. Like a lot of conflict in relationships comes from misunderstanding, comes from miscommunication. Like two people are talking, nobody's listening. People want to be heard. So you speak, your partner listens, your partner speaks, you listen. That's literally how to go about it. So I'm going to like tell you how to practice active listening today as the head of listening club. Like you can literally start by giving your full attention. Yeah. So when someone is like talking to you, focus on them, not your phone, not your TV, not even on your own thoughts. Like this might sound basic, literally, but that's the foundation of active listening. Like then your body language says a lot. Literally, like when you nod or you make eye contact, you're showing the other person you're with them. Like you don't need to make it weird, act like you're too much involved. That way you even zone out. To get another thing you could use when you are practicing active listening is refreshing, reflecting and rephrasing. Like literally this doesn't mean like repeating the word. Like somebody is just saying and you're like saying something and you're like, oh, so they're saying this because this, like literally making an attempt to understand what the person is saying. Yeah. Yeah. So open end questions, ask questions. Like when you're speaking, like, oh, so this happened and that happened, that's literally it. Don't interrupt. Don't interrupt. Know when to ask your questions. Don't interrupt except it's princess, then I can interrupt. Then I think the final one for me would be to give space for silence. Like sometimes the other person will like pause and want to like gather their thoughts. You get just you don't need to feel silence with words. Sometimes just give the silence, give the space. And let me tell you, active listening is not just a relationship skill, or rather, it's not just a communication skill. Yes, it's not just a communication skill, it's a relationship skill. Like when you actually listen, like I said, people feel like they're important to you. So next time when you're in a conversation, try, especially when you're talking to me, if you're talking to me, try to be fully present. I love it. Don't have distraction. Look me in the eyes. If you want me to take off my glasses, tell me, like, so I'll take off my glasses so that you can look me in the eye. So I hope today's episode like helps you, gives you insights to compromising and active listening. Like these are like really, really important things, yeah. Anyway, I'm back. I'm better. I got a new mic. I love it so much. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. But today's not the day to talk about it. So if you like this episode, try and reach out to me. I would like to hear from you. Subscribe, share with a friend, leave a review. I would like to hear your own experience with active listening, and I would like to hear about when you did compromise. Yeah. So thanks for listening to the Elijah's podcast. I'll catch you next time. Mm, bye.